This is the gin powder here, and then this is rich coal bitters. These are the only two combos one need for hemorrhoid. If your problem is hemorrhoid, you have gone around the world, you have used so many kinds of medications, both the orthodox and then the herbal medicines, but have not seen any good result. You bought a lot of medicines here online on TikTok, yet you've not seen anything. That has even made you, doubting anything you see on social media. All right. Remember, in most of my videos, I've been saying that when it comes to hemorrhoid, which is also known as PAL, in Ghana we call it cocoa. That's some part of Ghana. It is one of the most deadly disease that grow in a process. It has 4 stages, and before it gets to the last stages, that person, you will get to know the difference between life and hell. In most of my videos, I told you how it started. When it comes to hemorrhoid started being internal. That is how come whenever you are there, on the first stages, it started being internal, like I said, and on the first stages, you get to be feeling burning sensations in your anus. Sometimes when you go to toilet, you see little bits of blood in your toilet, in your stool. And also, whenever you are there, you feel itching, serious constipations. If you are experiencing this stage, this should tell you that you are on the first stage of hemorrhoid or PAL. Whenever you go to toilet, you feel some kind of discomfortness in your anus. This should tell you that you are on your first stage. And then on the second stage, this time around, you get to be seeing veins in your anus. Whenever you go to toilet, there's this kind of veins that pop out from in your anus, and it becomes very temporal. So when it happens like that, sometimes it comes out, and after toilet, it goes back. You don't even touch it. You don't do anything. Right after toilet, it goes back. And the symptoms you feel during the first stages also come in the second stages. You go to toilet, you see blood. This time around, you got to be experiencing waist pain. Anybody who has hemorrhoid will also experience what you call waist pain. So this is the second stage. The third stage, the veins that becomes temporal at the second stage. In the third stage, also it is temporal, but then you will have to be controlling it manually. On the second stage, remember, it is automatic. It goes back on its own without you even touching it. Right after the toilet, it goes back. But this time around, on the third stage, you will have to be controlling it. So it becomes a norm that after toilet, you will have to push it. The veins that pop out in your anus after toilet, you will have to push it. The discomfortness, very, very serious waist pain. Sometimes even touching your anus becomes a problem. Most of the beautiful ladies, the handsome guys, you see, whenever they are sitting down, they have to adjust themselves sitting on one particular button because they will have to, prevent themselves from having or experiencing so much pain. So when you see those beautiful ladies sitting on their buttocks, sometimes they have to use the other leg to cross the other one to put on the other one so that like they can a bit adjust themselves. They're in pain. You can go to toilet, all you could see is blood. You will not see anything in the stool but only blood. Okay? And it is very, very painful. If you are a man, you are experiencing this thing, I can assure you that you can never be free from erectile dysfunction. You cannot be free from premature ejaculation, sexual weakness, waist pain. All of this will be part of you. So this is the third stage. The last stage, which is the most painful experience for one to have. You see, this stage, whenever people go to toilet, they come back, they have to lie down flat, face down. Sometimes they even have to on their fans in order to relieve from the pain. They have to stay for hours in order to relieve pains. And this time around, the veins that pop out in your anus becomes very permanent. It is no more automatic, neither manual or whatsoever. It has become permanent. You push it, it doesn't go back again. It is very painful. So that has become part of your skin. The flesh that you see in your anus becomes part of your skin. It is the most baddest experiences. People are living with this sickness for years. They have used a lot of medications. When this is happening to you, you don't only need something that you should be applying on it in the anus. Those things that you've been applying on them in the anus are needless. Why? Because you realize that those things, whenever you apply those things in the anus, you see that you get relief a bit, and some people even, you see that the thing disappear in your anus. Few days to come, it comes back. This is the reason why I'm saying it is needless, simply because whenever the thing appears in your anus, remember it is coming from the system. It started being internal in the system. So that you should understand that it is something that is pushing the thing from your system, and it is not coming out, which has become external. So whenever you are applying it on it in the anus, it's just like you are preventing it from growing big or becoming bigger. You see? So those things that you are applying on it, the fact that it disappear at a point doesn't mean that you are treating yourself. Surgery. Those of you who have gone under surgery or operation, that has not been the solution. Because remember, you are not doing anything good to yourself. You realize that those of you who have gone under surgery, you see that the thing is coming back again after a few years or after a few months. Yes, because the thing is growing. It has a growing process. It's just like you are cutting a fingernail. The reason why one has to cut the fingernail is to prevent it from growing bigger or becoming longer, which you have to understand. So surgery is never the solution. The only solution here is Risco B test. This is the only solution one need. Risco B test and then the gene powder. For one to fully treat him or herself, for a full treatment, at least if you did not get anything, at least you should be able to get at least 6 bottles of this, or you should be able to use 6 bottles of this. And for the powder, you can use as many as you want. But for this, at least, which means that you can buy more than the 6 of this. But if you cannot afford anything, you should be able to afford 6. But it is not compulsory. You buy all the 6 at a go if you cannot. Just be able to get the one you can afford now, but you should make sure that it shouldn't be